All right, hello and welcome back to the Metroid Crusade. I'm Caleb,
And I'm Junko.
and today, Junbin Kanyo. um, today, we are going to be talking about. Was this the first Metroid game in like 10 years or something?
No, but it was the first Metroid game in a long while. Other like in 5 years,
Oh wait,
5 or 6 years.
this was. I probably should have looked that up. I feel like this was like 2017, maybe
2016.
2016. Uh, gotcha. Yeah. Um, and can I be completely honest? I think this is probably, and this has nothing to do with the, this has nothing to do with the quality of the game itself. But I do think that this is like the most out of touch Nintendo has ever been as far as Metroid goes.
It's
With this being
king.
the return, you know what I
This
mean?
is king of poor timing.
Yes. Like this is not a good thing to be like, hey, we remember Metroid. Here you go. This is not. This
And
is
what's
not what
extra
you want.
and what's extra funny is that this game, if you don't know, this was revealed in like 2015. Actually, no, 2016, and was not well received when it was announced at all. And what was really funny about that was that a year later, a far better received Metroid game was announced, and we knew about it. Like, if you actually like Federation Force has compatibility with the next game we're going to be playing, that it's amiibos. So this is a classic case of just announced at the worst possible time.
Yeah.
Also, the
Um.
direct, I remember that E3 direct for Nintendo just straight up sucked.
I don't remember that at all.
It was I don't remember exactly what they announced, but I remember it was bad.
Gotcha. You know what's the weirdest thing? Uh. So completely unrelated. I was playing some Super Mario Strikers on the GameCube online thing. Uh, and that was developed by a company called Next Level Games, and
Mm-hmm.
they mainly do sports games like NHL Blitz and all that. And they developed this game, which definitely makes me think that Blast Ball was like the first thing that
Maybe it was announced first.
it,
Right,
what?
I forgot it was. In fact, Blast Ball was announced first, and then Federation Force.
Well, Blast Ball was announced like as its own thing. Like it, like we didn't know it was Metroid Prime. We
Until a
thought
day
it looked.
later.
Yeah, we was like it kind of looks like Metroid Prime.
Yeah, well, yeah, the gameplay is like it kind of looks like plays like Metroid Prime, and they kind of look
Yeah,
like Metroid Prime.
yeah. Well, go ahead and walk us through what's the what's the story? What where are we in the um where are we in um the timeline, the lore of
Okay,
Metroid at this
so
point?
so Metroid Prime Federation Force takes place a, a little bit after Prime 3 Corruption, with the complete eradication of Phazon. There's left a power vacuum within both the Federation and Space Pirates that needs to be drastically filled. So the Federation authorizes Operation Golem, which is a top secret project for developing mech suits to combat the space pirate threat. And thus assembles the Federation Force, aka the Caleb Squad, to uh, to test these mech suits out on the Bermuda system. But we soon find out that the Bermuda system is actually inhabited by the space pirates and are developing a secret weapon that could threaten the entire galaxy. So you and your squad, with a little bit of help from Samus, work together to fight the space pirate threat.
Okay, yeah, that's I guess that's kind of the basic plot. Um, so we got 3 planets in the Bermuda system. Now, I will say I don't have a whole lot to say about this game. I definitely think that this will be one of our shorter episodes. Um, so we have 3 planets. There is Excelsior, which is a
Ice
snow,
planet.
yeah, an ice planet, a snow planet. Then there is Bion.
Yeah.
Bion is a desert planet with some volcanic erupts in it. And then what is that third planet called?
The not the cool one, the techno planet,
Not Space Pirate Homeworld. Um,
basically. Not
Talvania. That's
Camino.
Talvania. No, it's more like Titan from Destiny. Which let's go ahead and get this out of the way. This game's Destiny. Uh, this game is just Destiny.
Mhm.
It's about replaying missions, getting better drops than what you had before. This game's Destiny. Um, 22 missions, each take place. 21 of them take place on these planets, and then the last mission takes place. And of course, this is full spoilers on the Doom's Eye,
AKA the Death Star.
which is basically the Death Star. Yes.
Not
Um,
content with ripping off Halo, Metroid has decided to rip. Well, not content with ripping off Halo and Alien.
and
Metroid now rips off Star Wars.
Destiny and Star Wars, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, So, give me your give me your basic thoughts. Like, what do you think of this game?
I mean, I think it's all right.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
kind of like this is not a horror game. It's not.
no, it's not. No, this is not a bad game at all. I think a lot of the issues related to being on a handheld that doesn't have a way to properly aim.
Yeah, I'll speak to that. So yeah, one of the biggest problems with this. So for the most part, this controls basically like every other Metroid Prime game that we've played uh, on GameCube. So it's got the tank controls with the lock-on system. Free aim is a little different um, because now you free aim with gyro. And the issue with that is now you did
Now, I like
is
gyro controls.
was free aim a thing in the remastered edition? Like the
In
gyro free aim in the
I
remastered?
I'm not sure. I didn't
Didn't you play
play.
it?
Well, I played it on classic. I played it
Okay.
on classic controls. No, wait, it is. It is on. It does have gyro,
Okay.
and I
So
remember that being pretty good. But the issue with gyro in this game
it's
is
just
that
the
it's at
yeah.
handheld. When you move to aim, you move the screen as well, and that
Yeah.
gets really disorienting.
Yeah, it gets really annoying whenever like you're having to like contort your wrists in a weird way and then like tilt your neck to just see the screen.
Yeah,
Um,
it hurts to play this game in long settings, like
yeah,
for a long period of time.
and unfortunately we did. um,
Well, here's the thing. I think that a lot of the missions are really fun. Uh, but I will say another issue I have with this game is that it is a terrible single player game. And this is something I know from experience. I played a little bit of it in single player when I first got it, and then I was like, no, I got to play online.
yeah, it is.
So
I've never played it single, but I don't think I'd want to.
so they're so this is the kind of game that requires multiple people, not just because the missions become a slog when you playing playing single player, but also you have they don't properly compensate you for the amount of punishment that you'll get when you play in single player. So in if you have single player, you get this mod ship, which mod ships are basically the way you like progress in this
Yeah,
game.
we'll get to mod chips here in a second.
But there's this really overpowered mod chip you can only play when you're single player. It does you do double damage and you take half as much damage. Pretty good. The only problem is that you still only have one life. So when you're down, game over. Just straight up.
Yeah.
And there are mod chips that can revive you when you're down, but those go away after each like death, and those happen randomly. So it's not great. So play it cooperative.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and talk about equipment. You have your basic power. You're in this giant mech suit that it looks like a space marine, but not from Warhammer. You look like a space marine from Space King, the parody.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so you've got like this power beam thing where you just shoot and you can charge beam all that. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then we get mod chips. Now, mod chips can vary. There are, including Lone Wolf, there are 4 kinds, but without Lone Wolf, there's 3 kinds. There's weapon enhancements, armor enhancements, and capacity enhancements, essentially. So you've got basic ones like you do 20% more damage with your power beam, or 20% more damage with your missiles, 20% more damage with fire or ice, stuff like that. Um, then you have your armor ones, which is you take 20% less damage. There's an interesting one that I used quite a bit called null plating, which is there's a 30% chance that if you get hit, you won't even take any damage at all. That was a really interesting one. That's also where the revive chips will be, and that also
I,
enhances your healing possibilities.
my go-to ship that for the end game, and I found really useful, was the auxiliary replicator,
Yes,
which
so that is capacity enhancements, which means that you can carry more things, like because you have a limit of how much you can carry, as far as missiles, health pickups, all that. And then there's the auxiliary, which is also included in the capacity enhancement. So go ahead and explain it.
but yeah, so the auxiliary replicator, what it does is the highest level one, which is 3, it gives you a 50% chance that you will not consume any sort of like missiles, healing things, heal packs, or elemental stuff when you fire it. So essentially, it gives you a bunch of free ammo, which came in real handy for the end game, where we were scrapping for health.
Yeah. um,
Health and freezing. Those are those were two very important ones towards the end game.
Slow beam too as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, so those are the mod chips. If I'm being completely honest, mod chips can get interesting. I think that you could probably make your way through the game with just stopping power, juggernaut, and extended mags. You
Yep.
know, I
Yep.
think you can make it through with just the boring ones.
Yeah. That just the standard stat increases because because that's the thing with every FPS. When you like new FPS IP, is that they put these freaking stat bonuses where it's more damage or take less damage, and are shocked when people use those.
Yeah. So those are your mod chips. You pick up more of them as you go throughout the game. I think I'd say on average you get about 4 mod chips per mission. Is that about average? You think?
Yeah, on
Sometimes you get
average,
more. Sometimes you get more.
and
Sometimes you get less.
and you
But
have
on average.
to share.
Yes, yes.
Yep.
So at the end of the mission, it tallies everybody's points, and so it works kind of like a sports draft, where whoever got the highest points, they get to pick the first chip, and then it goes in order, and then it cycles back to the first person.
Hmm.
So between 2 people,
Not too bad.
if if we get 4 chips at the beginning, because he's played this before, so he already had a bunch of chips. He let me just have all the chips, but then towards the end, we'd get about 2 chips per mission each. And then we'd have to decide, like, no, I need this one because we had like I think we went in with an idea of set roles, but then I think we kind of flipped because I thought that I was going to be the one doing like the healing and getting like the weird interesting ones, and then you kind of defaulted to that, and so then I went with just nothing but missiles.
Well, yeah, because you got a bunch of missile mods, and I got a bunch of auxiliary replicators with
Yeah.
capacity. So I could hoard like 8 capsules, and there's a 50-50 chance for each shot. So basically, I get 12 capsules, 12 health capsules.
Yeah. Now, one thing you need to be careful about is if you die or if you leave a mission early, there is the possibility that your mod chip will break. So that's
Which
kind of
does freaking suck when it
it does.
happens. But luckily, I don't think we lost too many valuable mod chips.
No,
Uh,
no. I think I lost my first capacity boost, which kind of sucked.
but then you
Um,
got a bunch of good ones, anyways.
yeah. Let's see. Next up, we can talk weapons. So before you enter, you're given like a big, cache of weapons. Um, and that kind of will decide. Um, you make your decision as to what you want. So you've got your basic ones like missiles and super missiles. We don't have bombs in this game, so we have mines that we can sit down, kind of like in GoldenEye. Um, I think those are the basic ones. Then you get your more interesting ones. There's a fire shotgun thing.
Yeah, that one
Uh,
I got a lot of use of it towards the end.
yeah. There is there's the what's basically the ice beam. It's
Yep,
just the ice beam.
and just
um,
like the ice beam, freaking overpowered.
and then there was a shock beam that was it worked kind of like a BFG.
I wouldn't say it's like a BFG. That's more of the super missile.
No, no, no. I'm not talking about in terms of damage. I'm like it travels really slow. Well, you know what? It worked kind of like it was kind of like the winter bite from Destiny 2.
Kinda.
Um, so I believe those are all the weapons, right?
Well, there's also the other auxiliaries.
Well, no, but those are the weapons.
Yeah. Well, this actually does bring up something kind of interesting that some Metroid Prime 4 speculation.
Okay.
Something I noticed in the pre-release stuff is that Samus has multiple missiles in Prime 4. They never show it off in gameplay, but I can see it in the HUD. One of which there's only one that we see like on the HUD, and that is the fire. So what I'm assuming, because I see a lot of similarities between this game and Prime 4, like just from like pre-release stuff, with like the whole gyro aiming uh and like just free aiming in general. Uh, is I think the weapon gimmick in Prime 4 is going to be something similar to Federation Force
Okay.
with like multiple missile elemental types.
Okay,
No
I can see that.
beams or anything. And now that you played this, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do think that there will be more beams, though. If anything, it may be like Prime 3, where the beams stack.
Yeah.
Um, let's see what else. Then we have slow beam. Slow beam is kind of a. It's kind of it's kind of like the grapple lasso in a way, where you just kind of keep them in place. So that way, if it's a fast moving enemy, keep them in place, and you don't, your buddy can shoot them down.
Mm-hmm.
There is the decoy, which uh, shoots up a a blow up decoy of Samus. And so space pirates hate Samus, so that's who they will go for. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of fun. Um, and then finally, there is the scan bolt. The scan bolt is kind of like the assess materia from Final Fantasy VII, where like it'll give you
They'll show
like
you the
the
weakness.
it'll give you the weakness, and so like you can do like extra damage. So like you save those in super missiles for damage phases of boss fights,
Mm-hmm.
and you take them out in. How long did we? Well, how long was that beetle boss fight? Like 30 seconds, maybe. Um,
but we did do like a full on like Destiny style damage rotation.
yeah, yeah. I think this game was easier for us just because we are Destiny players.
Yeah,
um,
we know how to do rolls.
yeah,
Also, one of the mods for the scam bolt actually gives you, if you hit someone with the scam bolt, they do extra damage on the weak point. So there's
yeah,
definitely a support, like a way to optimize DPS
yeah.
with
Oh,
this game.
and then of course I forgot the other two, which is repair and shields.
Hmm.
This is kind of like Metroid Other M, where you shoot, they don't drop health or anything. You actually have to have one of your squad mates be the healer. They have or everyone can have a little bit of healing, but you can either choose to shoot it on the ground, take it yourself, or shoot one of your squad mates and it heals them. And then same for the shield. If you shoot the ground with your shield, it makes it a stationary bubble shield. If you shoot your ally, it gives them a personal bubble shield that moves around with them.
Yeah,
Uh,
very useful for some of the ambushes that happen.
yes, yes. Um, let's see what else. Um, I'm trying to think. Like I said, this is a very simple game. There's not really a whole lot to say about it. That's basically the gameplay loop. You have escort missions. You have stealth missions. Oh, that's one thing. So sometimes you have stealth missions where you don't have use of your
It was like 2 sections.
Yeah, where you don't have use of your mech suit, and so you're walking around like this little bobblehead thing, and just avoiding space pirates.
I found the first one to be pretty fun, because it was just straight up stealth section, so you didn't have to worry about confronting the space pirates. But then the second one, where only one of your buddies can have a mech suit, and
Yeah. Well, and no, and
you
the
have
funniest thing is the way we had it set up because we didn't know about this. It would have been better if you were the one with the mech suit because all I had were missiles. I didn't have any heals or anything. You had all the support stuff, and the support stuff would have been better.
mm-hmm.
Um, let's see. I'm trying to think anything else. Yeah, I mean, really, it's just, I mean, there's no adventures. It's just, there are missions that you get to the end. It's just these are destiny strikes.
It's Halo.
Yeah, I mean, that's really what it is. Um, and I mean, we've talked about all the weapons, we've talked about all the mod chips. Um, I'll be honest, there's nothing to say about bosses, because for the most part, most bosses are just bigger versions of regular enemies, and when they're not, it, it's the giant ball thing that was annoying.
Hey, you
Uh,
don't like Blast Ball as the final boss?
that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about the other one.
Oh, the other one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one where
Commanders
we had,
Recruit.
yeah, that one.
We had
Um,
to. We had to like. I will say some of these bosses can be hard enough that we have to like die and then strategize for the next time we fight them, which
yeah,
can be
that did.
fun.
Problem
That's fun
is
to an extent.
the problem is you lose your uh
Mod
uh
chips.
you lose your mod chips. So unfortunately, the optimal way to play this game is to go into a mission with your lesser mod chips, expecting to die, so that way you know what's coming, which
Yeah.
kind of sucks. Um, but yeah, so eventually there's this Doom's Eye thing that's kind of the Death Star. You infiltrate it, and then it turns out that they've captured Samus, and so you have to play Blast Ball with Samus to defeat her.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not like, oh, they mind controlled Samus and now you have to fight Samus. No, they mind controlled Samus, made her bigger because Space Pirates invented a technology that makes them bigger because they needed Space Pirates that match the size of the mechs. And they're literally the size of a Mega Pirate, by the way.
Yeah,
Uh, and instead of like fighting Samus, you fight Morph Ball Samus, and you have to play Blast Ball. And it's really annoying.
yeah. Um,
And this guy's just being like nothing. Okay.
but yeah, I didn't think this was very fun, and then there's like this groundbreaking lore thing where this place is being controlled by Master Brain, who's killed in like 2 missiles, and then we escape.
Yep.
I feel like Master Brain should be like a bigger deal.
Nah, Master Brain's just like a Chinese knockoff of Mother Brain. You know?
Yeah.
It's
So
like whatever. And but yeah, you beat the game and yeah, you save the galaxy. Samus also like saves you at the last minute because this escape scheme, which I found was pretty cute. Their version of an escape sequence is the health of the actual Death Star going down
yeah,
while
that's
you're running
fun.
away. That's cute. I really liked that. But after the So yeah, you save the galaxy, but in the middle of the game, there was a mission where you infiltrated a space pirate base that was housing Metroids.
I think it's the only time that it actually feels like Metroid.
Yeah, it was probably like the best mission in the game, to be honest. Uh, and during that mission, you have a secret. Well, not secret. You have a bonus mission in it. By the way, there's bonus missions that give you more points, which would give you a higher rank,
Which
which just
gives
unlocks
you,
skins.
yeah, paint jobs are a thing.
Yeah, they're okay. Uh, but yeah, in that mission, you do the bonus mission for retrieving a Metroid egg for research purposes, and because you did that, Silux broke into the Federation ship that was housing the Metroids and took it. So this is actually kind of funny. Me and Caleb were playing this, and we were on that mission, and I was begging him, "Come on, we need to get the eggs. It's for the lore." And he was like, "No, I don't want to bring Metroids back."
Yeah, because obviously the true good of the galaxy is making Metroids extinct, which is what happens eventually anyway.
But the lore, though. Also, these are Town 4 Metroids. They suck. Uh, but yeah, that actually leads into Metroid Prime 4. And it's kind of funny. I was like the only guy who knew that Metroid Prime 4 was going to be coming out for like a year until it was announced. And then I had to wait almost 10 years. Actually, no, it was like 5 years. No, it was over 5 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, that's Metroid. That's Metroid.
I mean, you made to mess you up.
What?
It was announced the same E3 as Dragon Ball Fighters.
Oh, but
And Dragon Ball Fighters took over our lives for a while. like
uh,
that's like that's why we started traveling for fighting games, was because of Dragon Ball, and then we got into other games.
yeah, but yeah, that's Federation Force. But I do have a question.
uh,
I believe that this game got a really bad rep when it first came out,
Not a
and
question. Okay.
I think that this game is tailor made for a port on the Switch.
Okay.
And I was thinking of like what could you add with this like Federation Force DX or whatever deluxe edition. First things first, I would add split screen co-op. 4 player
Right.
split screen co-op, 60 frames per second. Screw you, Halo. Because Halo ain't doing that. They say they're doing that for campaign evolve. They're not gonna do it. It's Unreal 5. They ain't gonna do it.
Yeah.
Add more paint jobs and let you get more paint jobs more frequently. I will say the big issue I have with paint jobs in this game is that a lot of them kind of suck. They're just kind of boring, and B, they're surprisingly like hard to get. You have to get high ranks in missions in order to get them. Have more paint jobs and have it so like and have you get them more frequently, because in like a party game aspect that'd be really fun. um what else? Oh, more amiibo compatibility. So with the amiibos in this game, if you scan certain amiibos, you get special skins. And those special skins will actually give you buffs in the game. For example, the Samus amiibo gives you more missiles per pack. The Zero Suit Samus amiibo gives you more slow beam shots per pack, which kind of sucks, to be honest. Finally, the Metroid Samus Returns amiibo, specifically the Metroid one, allows you to have more heal shots per pack, which is really good. Now I'm thinking, what could we add for with the other Metroid amiibos? There there are a decent amount of non-Samus Metroid amiibos that could be used. For
Mm-hmm.
example, Ridley's is obviously more fire shots, right?
Right.
Psylocke would be more shock shots. I would do with Dark Samus. I'd do more freeze shots because actually that or more super missiles. Uh, the Emmy, I would put more Scambolt shots.
Okay.
What else? What other? Is there any other Metroid amiibos? I think
So
that's
the
all of them.
so the Samus amiibos are just the same, right?
Yeah, they're all the same.
Even the motorcycle one coming out.
Yes.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but hey, at least it looks cool on your desk, which is all you could really ask for.
Yeah. All right. Well, so that's Federation Force. Like I said, I expected this to be either the shortest or at least one of our shortest. I'm not sure um, if the original Metroid was a little shorter than this. But yeah, this game is extremely straightforward. Um, Real quick before we sign off, anything to say about Blast Ball? That's what I thought.
Yeah,
Uh,
I like Rocket League.
do you?
It's better than that freaking wheelchair game.
Oh God.
Remember that wheelchair game?
Yeah, yeah.
You
All
look
right.
out, arms. We got legs.
No, they don't. That's why they're in wheelchairs.
Right.
So it's still arms. Wow, we were doing so good for the first 30 minutes. But yeah, so be sure to join us next time where we will be taking a look at Metroid Samus Returns. I've been Caleb,
I've been Junko.
and we'll catch you later.